Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. First up, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, the studio sponsor of this amazing podcast. They are amazing as well. Call them at 532-6600 or irvines.com. They are the studio sponsor, our favorite, most favorite. No, not our most favorite. Of course they're the most favorite. They're all our favorites of the Gig Economy podcast. They have been with us almost from the beginning, and we can't thank them enough for supporting the show. 532-6600 or irvines.com. Please mention us when you get your work done. Of course, Middleton Technologies. Middleton Tech has Maximo, Driver Utility Helper, Amazon Flex. All those will help you stay safe on the road and make you more money. You can click on the link in the description and to download all those apps. Maximo's for Uber Eats, Grubhub, Uber, Lyft. You can set accept or decline parameters as far as how far you want to go, what's the minimum amount of money you can take. Same applies for Driver Utility Helper. That one's just for DoorDash. And then, of course, Flex Alert helps you notify when blocks are dropped. It does not accept them for you, but lets you know so you don't have to hit auto refresh every freaking 10 seconds so your finger goes numb. And then last, but certainly not least, Moose Financial. Moose Financial is, dude, the best. They have a debit card that you can use everywhere. All your earnings go into this. And, of course, free ATM fees, all that stuff. They also offer low-fee cash advance up to $1,000 with flexible repayment options that basically is based on your income. They track everything going into all your apps, like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, and you can track that all in their app, too, which is super sweet. They are hosting a gas promotion that ends in 4 days, but you should still get the card because they're incredible. And then, of course, they have stock rewards. For the apps that you use and earn from, you will earn stock rewards. I mean, that's incredible. Of course, there's a ton of disclosures, and I would encourage you to click on those in the description. But, yeah, Moose Financial, you can get an Android or iOS app store, and we can't thank them enough for supporting the Gig Economy podcast. All right, guys, enjoy the show. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy podcast. My name is Jason. That is Jesper. Welcome to this beautiful studio sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but happy May 25th, y'all. It's almost summer.
How is it already May 25th?
I know. May flew by.
Like crazy.
I think what happened was it was such terrible weather up here in Michigan, and everyone just it felt like winter. And then all of a sudden,
we had a couple of good days, but that's about it.
We had that 1 week of really hot, and then we're back. So.
And then on Monday, 88 degrees.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw Wednesday, 95. And then 72.
Week?
Yes. And then 72 on Thursday. So welcome, everybody. Thanks so much. You can find anything at gigeconomyshow.com that's about our show. And then we have a Facebook group. And then I want to talk about the newsletter Jesper's going to create. Possibly. Who knows?
I've committed to create one sometime this year.
Oh, my gosh. Damn it. Hey, Keith, welcome to the stream. Thanks for supporting the show. I super appreciate it.
I make one every Wednesday, by the way. I make a newsletter.
Every other Wednesday, by the way.
Every other Wednesday,
yeah. If you guys can share this, any group that you're in, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It all helps. We'd love for you to download the audio podcast anywhere you download podcasts. For people that are actually just listening to the audio, we live stream this every other Wednesday on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. So you can come join us with that.
And then you can have influence on the show.
Influence in the chat. We love that.
Yeah.
I want to mention that the picnic in Grand Rapids is September 17th. Don't quite remember the time. I will create a slide. I say that, but we'll see what happens.
I want to say it's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I think we had to book it from 1 to 5, but I think it's only 2 to 4 is the... Or maybe it's 1 to 3. I don't know.
If you want to come early and help us set up and kind of help, stay late and help clean up, that's fine too.
I know. Maybe I'll podcast this time. I didn't last time, but I don't know. We'll see.
Tell you what, if we get 10 people to commit to the show, your live show, your podcast at the show.
You just gave me work. if 10 people bring $10 to the no, I'm just kidding. So yeah,
should there be ones and then you can like dance in your pole or what?
No one wants to see that shit. So yeah, September 17th, Riverside Park in Grand Rapids. I'll create an event on Facebook and whatever, so you can say what's up.
And it's still very nice weather in September. So come on up,
dude. I was looking. I'm kind of looking at possibly upgrading to some solar on my house. And I was looking at my bill last year. September, I used more energy in September than any time last year because it was so damn hot. So,
yeah, but I mean,
typically it's not like that.
No, I understand. But even the investment of solar is not going to be worth it here in Michigan, man.
Okay, it's changed.
Well, I'm sure it is.
We're not going to get on that conversation because this is not an environmental podcast. So hey, I want to talk about our merch page too. If you can go to the link, it's TeePublic, and man, the shirts are dope. They're really good quality. You can get all kinds of stuff on there. We don't make much money on those at all, but just if you'd love to support the show, we'd love for you to have a t-shirt.
And if you don't have the link, you can go to gigeconomyshow.com and click on the merch button on top.
Yep, it'll send you right there. Keith. Geography, math, and solar. This podcast is really... Hey, this is a variety show now. We're talking everything. Almost everything.
Geography.
Yeah, like maps. Like, remember we always talk about...
I know, but when did we have...
we always talk about, like, where's Iceland? Or where's, like... is China a country or a city?
That's just because you're a hot mess.
I am. I went to private school, so that's the problem.
The truth warrior.
Howdy. Okay, so I want to thank our Patreon members. Keith, who's from Indiana. He's from Indiana. He moved back to Indiana. You do know that Keith graduated from college using the Uber paying for college?
I did not know that, but
he did.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, he did. So Keith from Indiana, Larry from Bowling Green, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, James from Fort Collins, Bud Dickman from North Carolina, Tom Kelly from Houston, and Tyler Kane from Oklahoma. Kane is how you pronounce it.
Oklahoma.
And you see the slides up from John there, producer John. Oops, see,
it wasn't me. It was you.
You can definitely subscribe to the podcast. There's a $5 and a $10 tier.
So once all the guys are pushed down, we're ending
the show's done. So I got to be careful. Yeah, Keith, I think that's a great idea. I'd love to talk about it. It obviously was legit there. So if you want to join our Telegram group, link is in the description. And then, of course, Rideshare Rodeo. Sorry, I overread you there. You can check out his show. Just go to ridesharerodeo.com. He's a brother from another mother. He talks gig a lot more. Ours is more variety show about gig. His is more brass tacks. He does have fun too. And Gary Middleton always shits on me. I got to get him on the show too. I was listening back to the episode, John, that we were on with Gary, and I think it was, I forget her name. I don't know. I forget her name. I feel bad. But my gosh, you guys shit on me so bad about...
Kim Side Money Plans.
Yeah. About how I didn't tip enough, how I didn't use a bag sometimes when I deliver food. It was horrible. Anyways. So yeah, and
it was
then
a great time.
It was so much fun. And then yeah, so I think that's about it. Jesper, you have any closing thoughts?
No.
Closing thoughts, opening thoughts.
So it's gotta be done already. Okay, phew.
I'm drinking caffeine at night.
Fast.
This is trouble.
I know. No, I don't have anything else right now.
All right, let's talk about Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. 532-6600, or you can schedule online, irvines.com. We love them. If you have used them in the last month or you're planning to before next month, let us know because renewal is up next month. So we want to make sure that they come back for another year. They have been our longest sponsor ever and our most supportive. Not that the other ones aren't, but they've been here from the long haul, from the beginning. And they fix everything. Another podcaster says they fix everything except Volkswagens. No, I need to clarify. They fix everything but Volkswagens and Teslas. Remember, I thought they did stuff with Teslas. They don't.
Tesla won't allow it.
So Check them out. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, 532-6600 or schedule irvines.com. Veteran, woman-owned company, and can't thank them enough for supporting us.
Absolutely. They're great.
All right.
Take your car down there.
Oh, that was a nice gurgle you just had in your throat. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I was working on that one. I'm
All
happy
right, it got quiet, and then I hear... That'll be a good one to mute out. All right, the first one is a TikTok video, and we're just going to watch it. You don't really need much explanation. Wow. So for the audio listeners, a big giant dog just scared the shit out of him. He's like, hello? Amazon. Why are you not? Oh, he probably wants him to take the dog in. The dog didn't even bark at him. Okay, I'm going to play it again, and I want you to look to the left side of the screen when I play it. You'll see the dog there.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't see it right away. I didn't quite know what it was. All right, I'm playing it again. Hold on. You see him in the corner? Dog's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Hello, Amazon? Anyways. Dogs, I love dogs so much, but man, you just never know what's going to happen. I got a buddy that's got a big German Shepherd, and he's mean. Not a buddy, work associate.
Right.
Just not that we just don't hang out outside of work. It made it sound like he was a dick, but not a buddy. You're probably going to ask who. But that dog is mean as hell, and Amazon will not deliver packages there. And he's like, well, I want Amazon to deliver the packages, but I also want protection for my house. And I'm like, bro, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to figure out some sort of system because you're not going to get your packages. But normally it's the little dogs that are the worst.
Just put a delivery box out by the fence.
What's that?
Put a delivery box out by the fence.
Yeah, you can do that, but a lot of that is geofence, and you have to correct that. So Amazon won't let you drop it off unless you're in the geofence.
Oh, no, but make sure it's in the geofence.
Well, you have to drive up to get in the geofence. So the geofence typically is around the home. And if you drop it at the end of the driveway, it can be corrected. You're right. But I've noticed I've delivered it multiple times where I've requested the geofence be moved and it doesn't get moved. So,
okay.
Anyways,
when I do a food delivery, the first thing I look out for is dogs.
Yeah,
they can come out of nowhere. And always, I love dogs too, but I always carry pepper spray on me.
Just give the food to the dog.
Yeah, well, you can carry treats, but the problem is when you're doing like an Amazon Flex, you may have never been there. You don't know that if there's a dog there.
Throw the box at the dog.
Done that plenty of times. I've driven up all the way to the garage door as close as I can, and like if there's like a garbage like bin there, I'll throw it right on the garbage bin. I don't give a shit. Take a picture and roll out. So,
you know, my favorite thing is ordering dog food on Amazon.
I know you say that all the time.
Bring those 2 40-pound bags.
Do you order 2 at a time? Oh, they're cussing you out so bad.
They love us.
Oh my gosh, fucking Jesper. I only get one a month. Your dogs are like giant. Well, Waffles is big, but
I know.
Penny's not that big. But
oh.
Anyways. All right, next up, Jesper, this can't be real. Grubhub promotion turns New York City restaurants into a war zone.
It was pretty crazy when I read that.
Me too.
Oh my God.
No one really talked about it, but it was
the
a
thing
shit
is,
show.
Why didn't, I mean, I'll read the article, right? But why, I'll talk about it, but why didn't Doordash anticipate this? This is what I want to know. It's like the craziest thing. So
Grubhub.
Grubhub. Yeah, whatever. One of the two. So Grubhub, why didn't they anticipate it? So Grubhub promotion turns New York City restaurants into a war zone. Basically, without telling anybody about it, apparently not the restaurants. Well, the story goes that Grubhub actually did tell some of their more invited restaurants, but not most of them, that they were going to have a special. Basically, there was a bunch of talk about how a lot of people living in New York never had lunches. And so Grubhub decided they're going to do something about it, and they're going to give them $15 off your lunch.
Yeah, not even a free lunch, just
$15 off.
Yeah.
And it's some crazy numbers. So Christopher Krautler, a spokesperson for Grubhub, said that the platform was averaging up to 6,000 orders a minute.
Wow.
which absolutely blew away all expectations. He acknowledged that the demand initially caused a temporary delay in our system, and some users experienced an error message with their code. But that was quickly rectified. Adding that the platform fulfilled more than 450,000 lunch orders connected to the promotion.
Wow. That's incredible.
It's close to 500,000 lunch orders.
That's insane.
Crazy stuff. But so the article goes on to saying that many of the users never got their food after spending money. They kept going hungry. And yeah, basically, a lot of the restaurants got completely overwhelmed. They didn't have enough food, which means that ruined their evening.
Yeah.
Their evening sales. And there was one restaurant they talked to came into, and at they opened at 11:30, they already had 40 orders from Grubhub waiting in the queue when she opened.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And so the worst part, as I said, is they didn't bother preparing the restaurant owners.
No.
That this was going to happen. I mean, when I saw it, it's like somebody made a huge boo-boo. I mean,
yeah. If I walked into work in the morning and there was 40 orders on Grubhub, I would just turn the tablet off.
Well, exactly.
I mean,
so that's what the article goes on. That within an hour, most of the restaurants were showing offline.
Okay.
Like they started just shutting them off, and it was just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
So there's one here that goes here. That was the 40 orders. Many restaurants were unable to cope. Megan Benson, a worker at a fast casual chicken restaurant in Brooklyn, said that the flood of lunch orders created shortages that spilled over into dinner time, turning the kitchen into a war zone.
Oh, of course.
So basically, the whole day was shot.
Yeah.
Right. Now, on a positive note, a lot of the Grubhub drivers said even the ones that who was offline would get phone calls from Grubhub begging them to go online.
Really? Phone calls?
I mean,
that's crazy.
Text messages and phone calls to just begging them to go online, to go out there. And some of there was one Grubhub driver, he said he made $600 in 5 hours.
Oh my God.
Right. And so for the specials and all that kind of stuff. So they were doing pretty well, the drivers who were online.
Yeah.
But then of course comes with the fact that even though, so New York was pretty good, but a lot of the surrounding states didn't do good at all because New York took all the bandwidth. So most of those apps couldn't even log on.
Yeah, people. I did read that they were having trouble even getting on the app as a driver. Again, those restaurants, those platforms take so much. I would just be like, you know what? Screw Doordash or screw Grubhub,
right.
Screw whatever company, and I'm gonna just take care of my customers that are coming in and that I'm getting full pay for.
Right. And so, I mean, it's just. They were really trying the best they could, I guess, to make a positive situation out of it because they were even selling some of their orders to third-party platforms.
Yeah.
But it still was a shit show. It was just...
Yeah, I feel bad for a lot of them. Have you ever worked at a restaurant before and had what they call a war zone where there's just food on the floor everywhere? Nope. Like if you had a busy lunch rush or whatever. Whoops, I didn't mean to share that yet. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of cleaning that has to be done. So anyways, as you saw, we're going to talk a little bit about T-Pain. Who's T-Pain? Was he early 2000s or was that late 90s? Do you remember?
I don't even know who he is.
I can't remember. I know he's got one or two big songs. Early 2000s. Okay. It's not bad. But anyway, so T-Pain is basically on a tour, and he's been traveling around, and he had some issues with a Uber XL driver talking shit about him. So we're going to play some TikToks of his response, and they were a little lengthy, but they're 2 minutes each, but they're really funny, and it really kind of paints a picture of driving for Uber and getting a ride from an Uber driver that's shady and stuff like that. So here is the first one. I'm going to share this screen real quick, and then we're going to play it. And it's muted. You guys are all fired. You were supposed to tell me that it was muted. Remember? Say it now.
Yes, I remember.
Okay, so here we go. We had 2 days off. on the tour, and my wife wanted to go visit her old Air Force base in Biloxi, Mississippi. So I was like, you know what? Let's just spend the 2 days in Biloxi, Mississippi. They got casinos and shit. We can go chill and shit. So, let me tell you how much I know about the Uber community in fucking Biloxi. On weekdays, there's only 5 XL drivers. And here's how I know, because I met them all. There's Nathaniel and his wife. They both drive XL Ubers. There's Mildred and her best friend. They both drive XL Ubers. And there's Mark. I'd say this, and I know them because every time somebody in my crew got an Uber, it was one of them people. So my first Uber that I got was Nathaniel. Nathaniel, cool driver. He was good. He did his thing. He did his job. He fucking picked us up, took us to a food spot. I tipped him $10. It was a 5-minute drive. It was a $9 ride. I tipped him $10. Boom, right? We ate. I got Uber again. Guess who's fucking there? Nathaniel. Because he didn't leave the goddamn parking lot. And we got him again. Boom. When we get in Nathaniel's car this time, he says, you know what, Payne? If you just want me to drive you around all day, bro, I'll cut this Uber shit off and just, hit me with whatever you can, and I'll just drive you around all day. I was like, cool. I want to see if y'all got a Guitar Center or something like that. We'll drive around. All right, cool. Cut the Uber shit off. What's your cash app? Boom. Gave Nathaniel $200. $200 right there in the car. I didn't even know where I wanted to go yet. Gave him $200. Nathaniel never cut the fucking Uber thing off. So when he dropped us back off at the hotel after our little ride, it was $60 more. I told my homeboy Los about the shit, and he was like, you know what? You don't get no more Ubers. Because I got my picture on my Uber profile, so when they pick me up, they don't think it's like a fake T-Pain or some shit. He said, you don't get no more Uber drivers. You're fine. You just stop. We'll get all the Ubers. Cool. That's $260 on Uber on my first fucking day that I got there. Like, we were there for like an hour, and I had already spent $260 on Uber. They were just like, no, you can't do that. Now, comes nighttime, and we want to go to like a Hard Rock casino, some shit like that. We hit Uber again. Guess who shows up? Good old Mildred. Also, my mom drove T-Pain and his lady friends around for 2 nights. My lady friends were my wife and my assistant, and literally 4 other guys. So don't try to paint this like it's just T-Pain and some bitches riding around like trying to do something. It was my wife and my assistant and 4 other guys. And more guys in another Uber. Hold on.
Okay. Sorry, I had to mute that. I forgot there would be an echo there. So obviously there's some issues there. Nathaniel ripped him off, double dip. I wish T-Pain would have emailed him or sent him a message like, hey, bro, I bet if it was me and I forgot, I probably would just refunded the ride. It seemed like he was trying to rip him off.
Oh, yeah.
100%. Okay.
Do you think he kept it on for the insurance?
Maybe, but I mean, why would you
if you turned it off?
Yeah, you're 100% right. I don't know why, but I thought that was a little shady.
Because you could always ask for a refund afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. He should have said, hey, if he's going to do it for the insurance, he said, hey, I need to leave it on for the insurance. When I get done, I'll refund you. After he got the Cash App. But maybe T-Pain would have said, no, I don't trust you. I don't know. Clearly, it's the same fucking 5 XL drivers in whatever podunk country or a country. See? Geography. Podunk city that he's in. Okay, let's watch part 2. I got to mute this. Hold on.
Let's get to the part with Mildred, right? So nighttime comes, and we ordered Uber. Mildred shows up in her karaoke decked out thing. It's fucking crazy. It's actually a pretty good car. And, and just to start off again, this is no hate on Mildred. I'm just combating this whole celebrities are pieces of shit because they don't tip the working class. Shit, I get that. Here's my thing.
Is he a celebrity?
We get in the car. It's fine. She reaches back. We're like, oh, shit, this shit is crazy. She's like, oh, anybody want some Fireball? First of all, it's me. I already got bottles of liquor. My assistant has 2 bottles of alcohol in her bag with her for me, literally just for me. So we're not drinking up her mini bar, and her mini bar was a little bottle of Fireball that she tried to pass back to my assistant. My assistant took it and gave it to one of the white guys that was with us. We didn't even drink the shit. So now she's saying that we drunk up her mini bar. We drank up her mini bar that was the 1 bottle of fucking thing. So anyways, besides the fact, she took us to the Hard Rock, literally not even fucking 5-minute drive. We do our thing. We drink at the Hard Rock. We get done. We order Uber again. Guess who's back? Mildred.
Mildred's
You
back.
can't pick who you want to drive you. We didn't have a good time at the Hard Rock, and when we was like, you know what? Take us to Waffle House. Went to Waffle House.
Waffle House.
We ate at Waffle House. We got back out of Waffle House, ordered another Uber. Guess who's back?
It's Mildred
and her friend. Mildred and her friend. So here's the thing. So I'm not saying that Mildred did a bad job. I'm not saying that the truck wasn't up to par. But to say that they drove me and my lady friends around and I didn't tip when it was 14 people. I didn't order the Ubers because I had already given up $260 for them for a 5-minute ride.
Well, you didn't order the Ubers, but you're T-Pain. You should be tipping them.
Right.
All right, this one's about almost done.
And I'm the only one that's supposed to tip. I'm the one that's supposed to tip. Why is it the celebrity is the asshole? I didn't order the Uber. It's on somebody else's account. They got the option to put whatever tip they think you deserve. But I'm the one that's supposed to give up the money. We didn't take no shit. She didn't even know I was fucking T-Pain until the third time she drove us. Because when we got, and she still didn't even know which one it was, because when we got in the car, she said, which one of y'all is T-Pain? And everybody in the car said, there's no T-Pain in here. But she knew, because somebody told her, I'm going to guess. But here's my thing. Like I said, I'm not combating. I'm not saying she did a bad job. Only thing I'm combating is the way this shit is worded to make me seem like I'm just a fuck-ass rapper.
Well, you kind of
And
are.
his lady friends, they drank up her free mini bar. First of all, stop offering that shit, because one, why do you have alcohol in your car? I'm not going to go there. Listen.
I'm not going to go there.
I don't know what I did here.
You ruined it.
I fucking ruined it.
I thought we had a producer on tonight. I don't know what.
Well, I told him he wasn't to touch this because I was streaming it from my
Oh,
end.
that's right.
I still don't know how I get it big again. Hold on, let me try something. There we go.
Is that a personal issue?
Yeah,
or
it
what?
is. Okay, this is part 3, and I won't. Oops.
There's no sound.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you, Janet. I was having trouble. So I'm playing this from my computer, and I have to mute myself, otherwise there's an echo. This is why I should have just downloaded the fucking videos, John, and played it like I normally do. This is terrible. Okay, we're gonna watch the last one. I won't let it go the whole way though, because the last part of it's stupid. Okay.
So I screenshotted the post and sent it in the group chat that we have for the 14 people that I rode with on tour. And this is Tour Bus A. This is our group chat. Yeah. Young Cat says we didn't even drink the bullshit ass drink she offered. Now that's crazy. Tiny ass fireball, and it goes and goes. And my wife points out, it wasn't you that called for the Uber. You were riding with people that called the Uber.
Again, you should still tip your I'm talking. I'm gonna cut it there. But you got the gist of it. I mean, it's basically he's a celebrity. I think even if you didn't order it, you should tip well.
But he did, right?
He did initially on the first ride, but then the other ones he didn't tip
Right.
himself. But apparently when you go,
I mean, if anything, you could say him encouraging or him agreeing to going off the platform was his mistake, right?
yes.
Because
Yes.
if he would have just kept on the platform, everything would have been fine.
Yeah, it would. Well, he wouldn't have tried. I guess. I don't think he would have said anything if people weren't throwing him on the bus.
No, of
That's
course
the thing.
not.
He would have ate the $60 and just been
Right.
like, but apparently he goes wherever he's going and is from Biloxi, Missouri, he said, or something like that. So apparently he's going to see them same drivers again. So I don't know. I get where he's coming from, and
Right.
I actually kind of like he did that because it kind of threw Nathaniel under the bus and
Mildred.
Mildred with the booze in the car and it's during the weekday. Like, who's got Fireball and who's doing Fireball anyways?
So what I want to know is how long time is Nathaniel going to be on the platform still, and are they down to 4 XL drivers?
Well, the rest of this third video, he does say he's like, there's a fourth one, I think. He said, no, I'm not going to get Nathaniel in trouble. I'm not about that. I'm not gonna get you in trouble. You make your money, you do your thing. But he shouldn't have done the $60. So, but he didn't seem too upset about it. I just think he was upset that people online were throwing him under the bus. And apparently she did end up, that was Mildred. Nathaniel didn't throw him under the bus. It was Mildred. Mildred did delete the post.
Well,
So at least for that, but.
well, why was she giving out Fireball anyway?
Yeah, exactly. I often wonder how many drivers
Right.
do offer alcohol. We've heard rumors of drivers doing it in Grand Rapids.
Mhm.
It's like, first of all, you're not making that much. You're giving out drinks. That's illegal.
When we first started, I don't know how many people actually remember this, but when we first started as the GR Rideshare Adventures,
Yes.
we were trying a couple of things. We were giving away cupcakes.
I remember that. Nothing but cake.
Yep. A
those were
good
so
friend,
good.
a good friend of mine owns a Nothing But Cake bakery, and we were giving away the miniature cakes with a little coupon on each of them. People loved those things when we gave them away, and everybody was like super happy. But the fun thing or interesting thing was he never got any really good response from it.
No.
It was obviously a marketing campaign.
Yeah.
We didn't make any money on it. But you would think that he would have gotten some of those coupons back.
Yeah.
He really didn't see much of them.
Honestly, personally on that campaign, I think his location hurt him. For when you're
Probably.
hitting the downtown market
Right.
and the store's out by the airport, that's going to be trouble. Didn't he open another one too somewhere?
I don't know.
I know that
I
other
don't
one's still
remember.
open. I
Yeah.
do drive by there.
And he's
so.
doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, so.
Megan commented, "Why did my Ubers this week offer me Fireball?" LOL. Also, their trunks were filth, and I put my own crap in the trunk. I'm not above putting stuff in the trunk, but you think it would be clean. Oh man, see, that's why you got to take an Uber Comfort,
Right.
if you have Comfort in your area. I know you were in Orlando, so definitely Comfort there. It's just you'll pay a smidge more, but it'll be a better car.
Right.
You know.
And everybody remember that an Uber Comfort is not a cheap XL.
No, no, and Jesper's car is no Comfort anymore.
No, it's not.
I-
It's dead. Not
It's
yet.
not dead. You drove it here.
It's not dead yet, but it will be.
All right, let's move on. We're already 32 minutes in. That T-Pain took a lot of time.
But you knew it was going to take.
I
all
knew,
your time.
and then I fucked it up. I'm sorry.
Then you fucked it
I should have
up.
just I should have done my work and just downloaded the videos like I normally do, but I thought I could be slick. And here we go.
So this is a picture of a DoorDash driver's. I think this is the Reddit, right? Is it from Reddit? One of the groups? Whatever.
No, it's not Reddit.
Anyways, so DoorDash driver, it's a Facebook group. This is why more and more restaurants are asking to see drivers confirm pickup. And so this is a restaurant door, and they have a long list of Grubhub drivers. I'm assuming maybe just generally delivery.
It's in a
drivers.
DoorDash group, so but I'm assuming it's just general.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's all these names, and he goes, these drivers did not confirm pickup or start delivery and canceled their pickup after receiving the customer's orders. We actively ban the drivers from our business whenever possible and report it to DoorDash or Uber Eats. This is why we ask all DoorDash drivers to confirm pickup or Uber Eats drivers to start delivery before taking the order. Thank you for your help in ensuring a smooth delivery for the customers. So basically, the restaurant had experienced a bunch of pickups. They get there and then they cancel the order.
Yeah.
Right. And it's also, it hurts the industry.
Yeah. So, John, do you experience any of that? Did anyone ever ask you to confirm it and start delivery?
Yeah, every now and then. It's usually the small businesses, obviously, but sometimes I ask them if drivers are still stealing food, and that's why they're asking me to confirm. And they don't say yeah. They're like, oh, we just want to make sure that everything goes smoothly. They don't want to admit it, but yeah, sometimes it does happen.
So when you're saying confirm, they want you to just like show the phone, right?
Yeah, well, no, they're holding the food, and then they say, can you please press confirm? So I show them my phone, I press confirm, and then they hand me the food after that.
See, I'm okay with that. I'm
Yeah,
okay.
it's not a huge deal.
I have no problem with that. Now,
It's because they don't get paid. The restaurant don't get paid
Right.
until they confirm. Because if
Exactly.
they hand out the food,
yeah.
and the drivers just take the food and then cancel the order, the restaurants don't get paid for the food.
Yeah, and then the customer doesn't get it because the driver took the food.
Right.
And then they have to refund. Somebody's got to refund. So it's a shit show. Now, where I do have a problem is them having you say start delivery, because what if I already have, let's say I'm double dipping, right? I'm multi-apping, and I already have an order in my car, and I might want to wait a little bit before I start the delivery.
You're not going to get the food.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying I would have a problem with them forcing me to hit start delivery. personally.
And I haven't heard of that happening here in GR.
No, I
but
haven't
I can
either.
see it some of the bigger cities. It's a problem.
My thing is, as a driver, why would you steal food? Because if you get deactivated, you just got like what, $20 worth of food.
Yeah,
$30
but
bucks?
clearly it happens all the time. So these drivers are just idiots. They're just seeing how long before they can get away with it. But yeah, $20 worth of freaking Panda Express, and now you can't work on the platform anymore.
Right.
Exactly.
Seems kind of silly, but anyways,
It's not that long-sighted, if you will.
long sight. No, that's very. Yeah, you're right. You would say that's very short sighted of you.
Short-sighted, yeah.
But you got the long. I mean, you had the gist
Well,
of it.
what is it? It's not. Yeah, whatever.
How does that work with the Danish language? Are you able? You've been here long enough that you're able to just talk English. I mean, obviously you screw things up quite a bit, and
well, thank you very much.
It's not a mean thing.
It's so nice.
Most
of you.
of the time, I just let it roll. I know what you're saying. I don't need to
Right.
correct you, but you're not actively translating it in your head anymore, right?
No, I think in English.
You think in English.
Yes.
Okay.
Have for many years.
Yeah, I see when you're talking to your friends on Facebook, you're just going. What's the language name?
Danish.
Danish. I'm an idiot. Again, geography. Where's Keith when you need him? I see you writing it, and you're just like, no problem, just writing in it.
Well, it does become confusing if I spend a lot of time talking to friends. In
Yeah,
Denmark.
what do you do when you play art? Because those guys are from Denmark, right?
Well, one of them.
Oh, one of
And
them is.
then we have one.
Does he speak English or
Oh
not?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Most people in Denmark is trilingual, so yeah.
Yeah, I often wonder if how hard it would be at my age to learn like Spanish. I would like to learn Spanish.
So probably not that hard. Spanish
No?
is one of the easier ones to learn.
Is
as far as I understand, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, I don't either.
But obviously, a lot of the Cyrillic languages, those are stupid, ridiculous. That's your Russian and that kind of stuff.
Oh, that kind of stuff.
And then, of course, I mean, most of the Scandinavian countries' languages are deemed some of the most difficult ones to learn in the world. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't quite know why, but yeah.
My idiot ass in high school, we had to take a language. I took German, y'all. German. Like I'm ever going to use that. German. And I couldn't tell you shit that I learned. And I was in it for 2 years.
I speak a little German.
Do you?
Yeah.
No.
Mein Name. No, hang on. Well, I see now. I get my. Yeah, exactly. Anyways, let's move on.
Denef says Spanish is so hard, but I mean, like, I feel like I would use Spanish more. My boyfriend. Oh, you guys can clip that. That's going to show up somewhere. My son's girlfriend is she's Guatemalan. Is that what you say? Guatemala. Her parents are from Guatemala.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
Yes.
it'd be so cool to be able to speak Spanish with her. And like their family, when my son goes over to their house, they all speak Spanish.
Okay.
Like they don't speak English in the house. Well, it's a mix of like they come in and out of it because obviously the kids speak English. But anyway,
Do you know what's more useful than learning German?
what?
A $10 tip.
What's wrong with my $10 tip?
No, I mean,
I don't get it.
transition to the next slide.
Oh, he's
trying to
moving.
put it,
He's moving us
Yeah,
along.
Moving on. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, go for it. Put it up.
There you go.
So there's a note from Amazon Flex as we get these notes at a time. A lot of time it says, please deliver fast. It's for my kid's birthday. And it's like, bro, like this, you're putting the notes in the wrong area. But it says, please pick up the dead squirrel out of the front of my yard and take it off my property. I will give you $10. Just knock on my door. Thank you. Have a nice day. I so would do that for $10.
I don't care.
I mean, it's hopefully it hasn't been there for a month, but I'd pick that thing up by its tail and just throw it in the street.
When I was cleaning up my backyard, I found like the remains of a dead squirrel.
Did you?
Oh yeah, there was just like the skin and then all the bones left.
You think was it in your yard where the dogs are?
Well, so outside the fence.
Oh, so they didn't
Yeah.
get it. I was gonna say
No,
maybe the
no.
dogs got it. So, oh my gosh, we haven't even got to our second sponsor yet.
Oh my gosh,
It's terrible. All right, guys, I want you to download this app. You need to go to Middleton Technologies. Actually, go to their website from our link. We have Driver Utility Helper, which uses DoorDash, and Maximo. Both those sites or both those apps help you make more money and stay safe on the road. You can set up accept or decline on all those. You can set up distances. You can set up rating of passenger. You can set up everything. You need these apps to make more money, and especially as these gas prices are almost, well, John, they're probably $6.50 over there, but I paid $4.50. My pump shut off at $80 today, and I almost cried, and it wasn't full. It was almost full. It was 2 gallons short of being full.
Why did Shava? You don't need to get $80 worth?
No, the cart. Yeah, the station won't let you get more than 80.
Oh, that's horrible.
And some of them only don't let you get to more than 75. I don't know, but it shut off. But anyways, Middleton Tech, Maximo, and then driver utility, and then Flex Alert. Flex Alert is to notify you when the routes drop and stuff like that. So we're gonna get Gary on. I've kind of dropped the ball on that. I'm sorry, Gary. You can kick me in the nuts if you ever see me.
Isn't that then 2 balls you dropped?
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Yeah, so we'll have him on to talk a little bit more about it. But this is a single business owner. Like, he's the only one that codes. He's the only one that does everything, and he is very responsive in the chats if you ever have issues. So go to the link in the description and download that sucker, please. It helps us.
And it's Android only, right?
Yeah, right now it is Android only.
But that's because it's ridiculously difficult to get into the iPhone store.
So for him, it's not the difficulty of getting in. It's the amount of permissions he needs to run it efficiently. And Apple's like, oh, no, that's not happening. You're not getting access to all this. So he is working on it. But like I've always recommended that you just buy a cheap Android phone and run it on there.
Yeah.
You could even hotspot it if you want to. I don't know how that would work if you brought the phone into the restaurant to get an order, because I'm sure you would disconnect from your main phone in your car. But apparently people hotspot it. So
how did that work with location?
Take both phones with you.
Yeah, I know you can, but that gets annoying too. What's up, Jesper?
How did that work with location services? I guess. I mean, there is over Wi-Fi, but it's still not very active.
Location services won't work unless you have service. I mean, it's just a GPS coordinate, right?
Yeah, but it still needs it needs somewhere to send it to.
Yeah, don't quote me on the hotspot. I've seen people talk about it. I never heard Gary say anything about it. So,
I mean, I would definitely just get a cheap service.
I mean, for God's sakes, you can get a prepaid like Mint Mobile for $20 a month. Mine.
I must say though, I did a little short stint trying to do Google Wi-Fi.
Oh
my gosh, it sucks.
Yeah, don't use Google Wi-Fi.
No, Google Fi.
Google Fi.
The customer service.
You can use
horrible.
Visible, $25 a month, and it runs on Verizon's network. Visible.
Okay.
Unlimited data.
Okay. Yeah, and you don't really need that much because literally I just use that phone for gig work. I don't use it for anything else. But
so you didn't tell anybody the phone number?
No, my kids have it just in case, but no one else has it. No. All right, Jesper, we're going to talk about, you shared this, I love all these gigs doing this. It's about the income, the storage space.
If I had the yard I had before, I might do the same.
Yeah.
So this is a cool story. So it's another app. This is using the app Neighbor, I believe, right?
And we've talked about that.
We've talked about Neighbor. Yep.
I think wasn't Neighbor for like the garage space.
Yep. So that's one. Yep. You can do that, but apparently you can do other stuff too. So this lady here made $26,000 renting out extra yard space just for parking. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. She's been a great low lift side hustle and only takes 5 to 10 hours a month. And the 5 to 10 hours is not to clean up. It's just,
mowing.
No. She has a service coming. This is 5 to 10 hours of her time to just organizing with email back and forth to make sure they come in and that kind of stuff. So her name is Jules. So I'm in my last year of classes for my doctorate in acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine. Throughout school, I worked a variety of odd jobs to help pay the bills while juggling coursework. She worked as an Uber driver for a little bit, but then she got sideswiped by another car, and that didn't really work for her, whatever. So anyway, so she needed an app that would make her money without really taking a lot of her time.
Well, everyone wants that app.
I know, right? I know. So, but then she had a yard, so she wasn't really doing anything with it, and so she had heard of Neighbor, and so she got an account, and she basically set up her yard as a place for people to store their vehicles, like winter storage of vans or whatever it is, RVs and that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's been working very well for her.
That's amazing.
$26,000 she made. I don't know exactly how long, but that was pretty cool. So neighbor charged the property owner a payment processing fee of 4.9% of the total reservation cost plus 30 cents per payout.
That is a pretty high percentage, 4.5% on whatever the payout is.
So they said, but see, the thing is, you said how much you want to pay.
So you just add it on to cover that cost,
whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So she said that to begin with, when she first got into it, she had said all her spots fairly cheap. Okay.
Yeah.
And she realized she wasn't really making enough money. She had divided her yard into 20 parking spot spaces, each of which rents right now for between $40 and $200 a month.
Oh, damn.
When she first started, it was too early, too cheap, and then she kind of worked with neighbor to kind of increase her rate to get them to be more, close to what everybody else had. In
so you
her
said
area.
the rates were too cheap?
She had listed them for too cheap. Yes,
okay.
To begin with.
Yeah. What area of the country did you say she was?
I don't know.
It depends on
California.
Oh shit, then that is way too cheap.
So I mean, yeah, but some of them is also $200 for a month, right? So,
yeah. Well, shit. I bet a parking space in San Francisco is like $1,000 a month.
Right. So I listed my first space right before the pandemic began in early 2020. And within days, got a renter who wanted to store their RV. Since then, my extra acre of yard space, so she has 1 acre, has brought in more than $26,000.
That's crazy. But would you want all that traffic there, or is it just like a complete vacant lot for her?
It feels like it's a vacant lot, kind of, that's kind of close to her house maybe.
Okay.
And she just goes over there. It has a fence around it, and so she'll go over and coordinate with them to let them in and that kind of stuff. And people need to pick anything up in their yard or whatever. And
Yeah, Megan commented that the township that she lives would not be happy about all the extra traffic. I think you definitely got to look into your rules for your city. I'm sure Granville would not be down with that either.
But how often do you think they come around? I mean, so she has 20 spots, right? Primarily, this is for long time storage.
Right. It's not for someone leaving for work in the morning.
No, it doesn't come. Yeah, exactly. It's like no.
Can you imagine that?
No, I can't. But it's still a cool idea. The app is called Neighbor. You can also rent out extra storage space in your garage and that kind of stuff. So if you have some extra space, just kind of sitting around, you're not doing anything with it, think about that as an opportunity for you to make some money that is not, really takes very little effort. And I know Neighbor is active in Grand Rapids and Michigan. And so, yeah, probably most of the country today, I would think. So
yeah, if I had extra space, I would, but it seems like I don't.
We should rent out the studio.
No, if I, I thought about that, but it's in my basement. There's no direct access except through the house. You'd have to walk through the yard. If I could have it walled off and like deadbolted where someone could come in and do it, I would do that. But if that door is not going to stop anybody from coming to my house. I know you're fighting off the yawn. Just do it. Just let it go.
I fought it.
It's good.
All right. You had to always point it out.
Hey, you pointed out like 6 episodes ago when I adjusted my nuts when the camera was off me and I had to adjust and you called me out. All right, John, we're gonna watch this video of I know this is kind of old news. When you do the show every 2 weeks, some of it gets old, but this is basically a Lyft driver that cancels on a racist bar owner. I might have a different take than you would expect, so go ahead and play that.
There's this video that's going viral of this Lyft driver canceling a ride because these people were being super racist. So I have some follow-up details to this video I will share with you guys. Just make sure you watch it till the end. Here we go.
Hello. For Jackie, right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, you're like a white guy.
What's that?
Are you like a white guy?
Excuse me?
Are you like a normal guy? Like you speak English? Sorry.
No, you can get out of the car. I'm gonna
What?
cancel a ride. That's
Hell yeah.
inappropriate.
What?
It's completely inappropriate. If somebody was not white sitting in the seat, what would be the difference?
Are you serious?
She said, wow, you're a white guy.
Oh, well,
That's okay. I'm not gonna take the ride. You guys can get out.
really?
Yeah, completely inappropriate.
Oh, you're a f***ing asshole.
It's all on
You're a
camera,
piece
man.
of shit.
It's all on
I should
camera.
punch you in the f***ing face.
You're gonna
Oh my
threaten me?
God.
Yeah,
Assault.
that's right. Yeah, you.
Wow.
Because you guys are racist.
You're a
Yeah.
You know what he said?
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm calling the cops on you, man.
Go ahead.
It's all on camera. It's all on camera.
Big deal.
Do you guys own the place? Is it your place? That's great. Everyone's gonna know. Fossil's last stand for black people, right? Yeah. Off.
Okay, so that was the video. It went viral almost immediately. This guy posted it on Facebook, and then it spread all over the internet, and everyone looked into this place, Fossil's Last Stand. And as of today, Fossil's Last Stand is shut down. The internet found out who these people were. The woman, she deleted her Facebook page, but not before everyone downloaded all of her stuff. This dude did file a police report, but I don't think the cops are gonna do anything. It's just like a threat, and they got a bunch of other stuff to take care of. But maybe the attention this video is getting could change that. Personally, I feel like the embarrassment and wrath of the internet is punishment enough without the cops having to get involved. He didn't actually assault anybody. If you go on Yelp and look at Fossil's Last Stand, is getting absolutely review bombed. And there's some funny comments on there too. That has 2,349 reviews, 1 star. One person asked, "Are you like a white guy?" They haven't answered that question yet. One guy says, "The clam soup had a fly in it, and the restrooms had on the walls and floors." I don't think they're going to be able to get away from this one that easily. Here's what they look like, apparently. It's just amazing how fast the internet can work on things like this. I got to give that Lyft driver some props here, though, because I think more people should stand up to stuff like this instead of just brushing it off. It's almost like he tried to give them a chance, He's like, "Excuse me?" And then she just kept kind of doubling down, It's like, "Do you speak English?" And then he got the point. He's like, "Okay, these people are being racist. I'm not going to drive you." And then the guy calls them a effing in-lover. Full reveal of how they are. Anyways, I just wanted to share what happened after this video went viral. I already covered it in shorts, but I figured we should do a follow-up video so we could talk about how the internet came down on top of these guys. Thank you, internet. You're doing your thing. With that said, don't go seeking out anybody and harassing them or whatever. You want to go drop a review, get it out. Go ahead. But we can all rest knowing that these people got what they deserve, and the world just keeps on keeping on. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.
First of all, I want to reach out to the guy because his voice and his mic is incredible. I'm like, I looked up the mic that he used. It is an ATR, which we use. I'm like, what processor do you have in the back? Because that was one sexy ass voice. So anyways, I will, what is your thought on that? First, your reaction. I want to hear what you have to say.
Honestly, good job. Good job standing up for it.
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm not sure that I would have pushed it. Send it out on the internet. I might have. I don't know. But
yeah, he had clearly he's the only one that had access to it. So it was him that uploaded it.
Yeah. But again, no, good job at kind of having the backbone to just kind of, no, get out of my car.
I do love that. I do love that he did that. But now, here's a weird take. I hate racist people. I do.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing in the world. But I feel like he could have just let it go. And everyone's like, you should stand up. But he wasn't being racist to you. Honestly, if it was me, I probably would have ignored the comment and 1-starred their ass when I got done. I don't know.
But isn't that just making it worse? I'm sorry, because
you're right.
In this case here, had he just ignored it and allowed for it to be, it would have been that. It would have been allowed to be, and it would have still been racism.
So I think about that too, but what is that going to do? They're still always they got blown up on.
But right now they're out of business.
Right. That financially is going to hit them, but they're still always going to be racist. It's not like you made them unracist.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But maybe next time they'll think twice.
Yeah, so they hide the racism better.
Well, and that's not even better either.
Yeah, but I'm just playing the other end. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Megan said, "What would it take for you to make someone get kicked out of your car?" Touch my aux cord or my radio.
I had somebody get in my car once, try to steal a ride.
Oh, yeah.
And I kicked them out.
Feedback, John.
Do you guys think that the driver put his safety at risk by doing that? Because it could have, ended really badly.
Yeah, that is a good point. He could have.
But he obviously wasn't concerned about that when he said it, though.
No, I don't know. It just seemed like he went, and you know what? He might have a black wife or a Hispanic wife. I don't know, but it just seemed like he went from everything was fine to get the fuck out of my car.
Yeah, but I think, to me, it wasn't rehearsed. This was definitely not a situation that was made up by any means. But B, it felt honest to me that this is how he lives his life.
Yes, that is 100% true on that.
Because he didn't have to think about it. It was, I'm sorry, what?
He's like, excuse me. Well, he did give her an out too. Like I think if she said never said another word, he would have took the ride.
Absolutely.
But she kept on. Clearly, they were intoxicated.
Right.
They felt drunk.
But what is you're saying? Get the truth from kids to drunk people, right? I mean,
what do I say?
Well, it's a Danish saying that I loosely translated. So
basically, if you're intoxicated, you get the truth.
Yeah,
your real person comes out.
Right, exactly, right.
Yeah,
or kids. I mean, if you'll get the truth from kids as well, right? They don't hold back.
Kids.
Your kids will tell you.
I thought you said kids. I'm having trouble. Apparently, I need to clean my ears out.
I guess so. Good thing you need a vacation.
Yeah, I do. I'm ready for it. So yeah, I applaud that guy for doing it. I'm not sure I would, and I actually feel bad that I wouldn't have done that.
That's the thing. I'm being honest. I don't know that I would have done. I would have probably done what you said. I would have probably just been quiet and kind of moved on and just go with the least resistance.
Yeah, and but you're definitely not one to fire up conflict, and no, I am, but I don't think I would have there. I probably would have ignored that, and if it kept going, I may have said something, but. It's so hard to know what you're doing.
But just don't touch the aux cord.
Yeah, don't touch my radio. You need to ask permission for that. All right, moving on. John, put up this is for Jesper. Aggravated and upset.
Yeah, and I have a story that goes with this one. Please don't tell me how stupid I was, because I obviously know. I accepted a 167-mile trip for $102, 3 hours one way. Little did I know until after passengers was in the car. Little did I know until the passenger was in the car. It was from Detroit to Cleveland. No return trips allowed. Another state. Bottom line, 102 minus full tank of gas, 70 plus tolls. I made $20 over 6 hours. I thank you, Uber, for the extra 55 cents for fuel surcharge. Otherwise, I'd really be broke. So I did the same thing once. It was in the middle of the night. I took a trip from Grand Rapids to Chicago Airport, and I think I made $125. And
when gas was like $2.25 a gallon.
I know, right? And it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And I obviously couldn't get any rides from Chicago back to Grand Rapids. So I just,
Is that a general rule? Once you drop off, you can only start.
You can't accept in other states
until you get into the state lines.
Yeah. So yeah, at least not up here.
I don't know.
I've heard of some other state, like Larry used to say.
Oh yeah, you could get him in Tennessee.
He can get in some states, but I think it's different. It's all based on state to state rules.
Okay.
I think so I don't know exactly, but I did the same thing, and I made close to nothing on it, if you will, and that was a 6 hour trip too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know I don't know if that was a radar trip she took. That radar. I haven't seen it yet because I'm not doing rideshare. Where you just and they're just terrible. Like the payouts are terrible. But always negotiate a ride or some cash up front, and don't be afraid to say turn the ride down. I know it might have been slow that day, but you're going to eat it in the end. Like it's not worth it.
And she could have made that money in less than 6 hours.
Oh God, yes.
Right. That's the thing. I mean,
And she could have canceled it. Little I know until the passenger was in the car. It was from Detroit to Cleveland. Okay, cancel the fucking ride and just say, I'm sorry, I'm going to lose money on this.
I'm not going to Cleveland.
Yeah. So I uploaded this as stupid. So when I'm saving these, first thing that pops in my head, I save it so I can remember. And this one I put as stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I had the exact opposite happen to me once as well. This was back in the good days with the good rates. And I was stupid then because I turned it down.
Yes, you were.
It was about a month before this ride.
But wasn't it super late?
Well, it was 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
But so the thing is, I had accepted the ride.
Right.
And a second after I accepted the ride, and this was a 3.4 surge.
Oh my God.
Right. I say, and it said a long ride on it.
Right.
Okay? And a second after they called, they were to be picked up at the Amway Grand, okay? And they needed to go to Chicago Airport.
Okay.
And I just said, I can't do it, right? And he goes, I'll give you $200 in cash.
On top of the ride?
On top of the ride, right?
Oh, my God.
And I turned it down. It would have been it would have $800. Right?
Oh my gosh, because of the surge.
I know. It was a 3.4 surge. I
You
don't know
could still
why
be living on that money right now, Jesper.
I don't know why I turned that thing down. And then a month later, I do my stupid $125 ride. Just
And you're like, I am a dumbass.
I am just a dumbass. I acted like a noob that night.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
All right, we're going to skip my article or picture there. We're going to move on to Moose Financial. This is one of our great sponsors. This is their second round of advertising, and they're incredible. Moose Financial is the new home for your gig business. They're the bank account that you need. Forget the Doordash card. Forget the Uber Eats card. Forget all of them. Moves is what you need. It tracks all of your earnings. What, is there a funny comment? Damn it. You can't.
Megan, sorry.
Oh, God, that's fucking hilarious. Moves is a card that tracks all your money and also offers cash advances up to $1,000 calculated simply based on your gig earnings, deposited in your spending account, no credit checks, no paperwork. It's not like terrible. It's not like what are those cash by night places or whatever, fast cash. It's not any of that. You can download the app on iOS and Android, and I just realized I need to have the disclosure up. I am never prepared for this stupid thing. And you guys got to check this out. And one of the things they offer is, hold on, just stay with me, is stock. You can earn stock in the companies that you use. Right now, they are offering, there we go, 5% cash back on all purchases till June 4th. Well, that's really quick. That's coming up. So hopefully they extend it. Real quick, leave that up, John. They are, Uber and Doordash are discontinuing the gas thing. I saw that a little late. I didn't see an article on it, but yeah, you can earn.
I mean, they were bleeding money too. So
well, yeah, you can earn shares of the gig companies you earn on and receive stock awards. Moves Financial is a financial technology company. It's not a bank. Banking services provide Blue Ridge Bank NA, member FDIC. The Moose Financial Visa debit card is issued by Blue Ridge Bank NA pursuant to any license from Visa USA Incorporated and may be used everywhere Visa cards are accepted. Cash advances are provided by Moose Financial, not Blue Ridge Bank, and cashback on gas terms and conditions apply. And then there's just a bigger disclosure link you can click on if you want to read something boring. But thanks, Moves, for supporting the Gig Economy podcast. I would appreciate it if you guys click on that link, download it, get the debit card, and give it a try.
Once I actually get back on the road, I will definitely get a Moves card.
Well, what was so funny that you?
Well, it was Megan's comments. Like, that money, if I take that ride, I could have used that money to fix the van.
That's crazy. Jerry says home region is Bowling Green. I was visiting my sister in Georgia, logged in both Uber and Lyft and see how I would be allowed to drive there. Yeah, so you can log on, but can you actually accept a ride? That's the question.
I was able to log on when I was in Florida once.
Yeah,
but
until you can actually hit go online, and get a ride. Yeah, I would guess it wouldn't.
But I do know Larry has said that he has gotten rides in neighboring states.
Yeah, and I didn't finish reading Jerry's thing. It said he got a request on Lyft, so just not on Uber. So, well, I don't want to test it out unless I'm making big bucks.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know, and I need another vehicle for this.
You do. My last big ride was that Columbus, Ohio. I did, and I did it all for cash. Allegedly. Yeah. No one can prove it. Let's go to this article real quick. Lyft is, let me click on it. The decade of cheap rides is over. So it just talks about how Uber and Lyft have to raise their prices. And there's some funny things that Dara said. He wrote to his employees in a memo last week. The next period will be different. Will require us a different approach. We have to make sure our unit economics work before we go big. You're pretty big. You're really big.
Right.
They said something. Let's see. Something about they're bigger than American Airlines or something like that. Like they're already big. Like shouldn't you figure this out? I mean, you're that big and you're not profitable. So, I mean, prices have gone up. An average Uber price rose 92%. Leave the cord alone. You're playing with it. I hear it in my microphone, in my headphones. You're playing with it, aren't you? Yeah, just play with your penis. No one can see you. An average Uber price rose 92% between 2018 and 2021. And a separate analytic report an increase of 45% between 2019 and 2022. So their prices are going up, but here's the thing. Your prices can go up. That's great. You can become more profitable, but if you don't have drivers, you're screwed.
Right. I mean, that's really that's the bigger problem you need to solve. You need to figure out how to get more money in the driver's hands.
And I think you can continue to charge more. I think people will pay it, especially since they have the market. Like, you can't get a yellow cab now. Like, yeah, a yellow cab would be cheaper.
Did you hear that, by the way, that New York, you can get a yellow cab on the Uber platform? Okay.
Didn't we talk about it on our show? I'm pretty sure we talked about it.
Maybe we did. I don't know. I forget. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we talked, and I know I talked about it somewhere on Steve's show when I was on there, but yeah, it had said, like, Monday morning, they looked for an Uber from Manhattan to JFK was $100, nearly double the fixed yellow cab rate, but good luck finding a yellow cab. And my guess is if you're the yellow cab on the Uber app, you're getting charged the $100, not the $50.
Right. Yep.
So, but anyways, what I was saying is I think you need to raise the rates and you need to help the drivers out. It's just the balance of how much you raise it on the customer end and how much you pay on the driver end.
Exactly. Well, I mean, the thing is, if they raise the rates and raise the amount of money paid out to the drivers, get more drivers on the road.
Yeah.
More rides will be with more drivers.
Right.
And even though they take in less per ride, they still end up making more money because there's more rides.
Correct. Yeah, there's more demand. Here's a question for you. So the rates as they are now, you would go out and drive, let's say with no surge. What would be a raise to you? Would you want bonuses or do you just want an increase on mileage and time? Just right out the gate.
If I think about what was the most exciting for me when I drove, it was the surge.
The surge, the adrenaline.
I want the surge back.
Like the multiplier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want the adrenaline. I want the...
So it's not the bonuses where you do 10 rides.
The surge. Well, no, because then it's the...
Yeah, I know. It's a grind.
It's the grind.
Because then all you're doing is just getting the smallest rides. You don't care about anything. Right. You're just like, boom, 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 bang it out. And it takes the enjoyment out of it a little bit. Keith said this summer will be interesting experiment since people have more disposable income and are willing to travel more. So why does he think people have more disposable income? I'm curious on that, Keith. And are willing to travel more. Memorial Day, expect to see a lot of travel. The gas prices aren't slowing down people yet. Yeah, no, they really aren't.
No.
It's as busy as can be out there. Now, we do live in a middle-class area, but I don't know. I haven't seen any slowdown whatsoever. Keith said he'd do it for more bonuses. I mean, they'd have to be pretty sizable and attainable.
I mean, definitely attainable.
Yeah, keep me on your app for a reason. Don't make me multi-app.
And don't do this. Don't do the guarantees because that's just a joke.
That's although okay, because they didn't have to spend it over the pandemic and wages have risen. Wages have definitely risen. That's for sure.
Yes, but they also had to.
Oh yeah,
because the inflation has gone up like crazy.
That inflation is starting to dig into us now. At first, it really didn't, but Megan says like the grocery bill is up like $25-$30 every week just for the same stuff we buy.
We used to buy about $100 worth of groceries at Aldi once a week.
That's it?
Well, that was just the Aldi trip, right? You're talking to the mic. Sorry, that was the Aldi trip. Now it's $150, and I get about the same groceries.
Yeah. Wow, that's all you spend a week for your family of four?
I mean, just to the staples.
Oh,
to get the staples.
Do you go to Meijer at all and get stuff?
Once in a while.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
But then there's always, all the shit that we get from Amazon.
Yeah, that's true. John says, I don't see bonuses unless the app crashes or it's past midnight. Yeah, I don't know what DoorDash is like. Grand Rapids, even being the second biggest city in the state, it dies after midnight. Like, as far as food and stuff like that.
DoorDash?
Well, yeah, but I mean, people will come into town like, what food can we get after like 2 a.m.? McDonald's on Michigan? Like, if they're even open. Jana says surge payment is good, but often unfair to passengers. But Jana, do you really care? I mean, I'm trying not to be cold, but do you care or are you there to make money? I don't care what the passengers pay. I mean, I want my surge money. I don't care.
Well, exactly.
I mean, I care.
And the passengers want to get home.
Right. And honestly, if they'll pay it, I mean, look back in the day, everyone still paid it with a 5-time surge. Right. you know, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's on the passenger. Exactly, John said.
Well, and honestly, I think I would almost wager that if you ask 9 out of 10 drivers, if you ask 10 drivers, I would say 9 out of 10 of them would say they want surge back.
Oh, hell yes. I missed the surge. The multiplier, you're right. That was was great.
It was so much more exciting.
It was. All right, moving on. I'm going to wrap these up, Jesper. Downtown Grand Rapids, we have a big boy, and there's a proposal to demolish it and put a 24-hour. This is the name of the gas station, y'all. Come and go.
Spelled with a K.
But still,
they have them all over the place.
I know it's super. Not in Michigan. This would be the first one.
Right.
But I'm like, seriously? Like, okay, it's seriously called Come and Go. But I hope they do that. John and I talked about it in Telegram a little bit. Like, isn't there a gas station in every corner? Not downtown area. We got the mobile that's kind of shady. And I think with that one being so in the middle of the city, that it won't get shady.
But that's part of their concerns is that, see, they want to be able to sell alcohol.
Okay.
24 hours a day.
Well, you can. You can sell it except on Sundays or Saturday at 2 from 2 to 7. You can't do it.
Right. But they want to be able to sell. And so a lot of the people who have been negative about the request is they've said that exactly for that reason, it's going to bring more of this weird clientele downtown that they didn't want.
Yeah, but downtown has kind of exploded. Now, right where that big boy or where that gas station would be, there's not a lot of restaurants or anything right there. It's right off the highway. I think it's close enough to the hip area that I don't think it will.
But see, that's the other thing I think about is
Mike.
Sorry. The thing I think about is how, it's not a very good area for people to get on and off highways, whatever.
It's right there.
Wait, but look at
it's a shit show right
Look
now.
at all the extra traffic that a gas station
they would have
bring.
they would have to redo that whole area.
I know, that's the thing. That's it's not just building a new big gas station. It's also restructuring that area to make it work better for
and
traffic.
My guess is the Come and Go would have to pay for that.
Oh, sure, and they would make that money back tenfold.
Oh yeah,
but I don't know.
If I go back to gig work and I'm doing rideshare at night, I want a gas station right there.
Oh, absolutely. It would be great.
For it.
It would be great to get a gas station right there.
Because where there's a small one on the west side, Meyer, that by Bridge Street Market, they have a gas station right behind there. It's very tiny, but
right.
And I don't know how late it's open, but
there is also one over on the side of the Tin Can.
Oh, there it.
Just down the road on Tin Can, yeah.
Oh, the mobile, yes.
Yeah.
Cherry and, okay. So I guess there is a few, they're more outskirty.
There's smaller ones, but
yeah.
Holland Division, there's one there too.
Yeah, but those are sketch.
And that's a dangerous one to get.
Yeah, those are sketch. I want a come and go that's safe, all right? I want to come and go safely.
You're such an idiot.
All right, last story real quick. This is another local one. Gun Lake Casino down by us is breaking ground on a $300 million hotel and Aqua Dome. Okay. I'm excited about that. I just wish it was a little bit closer to the city.
Well, but it makes good rides.
It does make good rides.
And this is going to make even better
Can
rides.
you officially request an Uber out of Gun Lake Casino, or is it only Lyft?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I haven't driven rideshare enough to know. So, hey, Tom.
But I heard a lot of, what was it? What the trick they used to do was they would place their needle that they needed to be picked up
76 or 84th
yeah,
Street.
and then when
immediately call.
Yeah, immediately call.
Yep, I've had that.
I'm at Gun Lake.
Yep,
and I will tip you.
Yeah, I would either say you need to tip me up, you need to tip me, or I'm starting the ride at 84th Street.
Right.
And then I'm driving down there.
And either way, they will say fine.
Yeah, they would.
Because I want to get back to Grand Rapids.
John says you don't want to come and stay. No, after you come, you want to leave, bro. Like, you don't want to lay there. So, shit, I'm married. I can't do that.
Jason.
I feel bad Janet's going to be mad at me. Janet, just ignore my fill.
She has thick skin. She's fine.
Yeah, I know. Well, John, thank you for the night. Thank you for producing. Jesper, thank you for
Thank you.
laughing at my jokes.
There you go.
My wife can cook, bro. We will be on in a couple of weeks. Just to let everyone know that's on the live stream, this episode will not be coming out Monday because it is the holiday. You will probably get it Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning.
Just to let you know.
Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful holiday.
Yes. If you're driving, make that money. Don't put up on anyone's bullshit. Try to get gas at the come and go. That's going to be a new joke.
Good job, Janet.
Eyes closed. Did you close your ears, Janet? That's what I want to know. I love you, Janet. I appreciate you. And we'll see you in a couple weeks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.